Are ghasts actually the original creators of all Minecraft mobs? Is the sun slowly getting closer, ready to crash into your world? We're busting Minecraft's strangest theories, starting with, is the end dimension actually made of rings? All because this YouTube channel with just 40,000 subscribers has gone absolutely viral. And it's all because of this one photo. He claims that this is what the end looks like. He used it in his thumbnail, but I believe it's fake. Clickbait just to get views. I mean, why would the end islands be shaped like these rings? And how would that even be possible? I mean, they don't look anything like this when you see it with your own eyes. Maybe it's going viral because it's actually true. So we're gonna find out, is this fact or cap? This is the Ender Dragon Island, which we all know and love. And once you defeat the Ender Dragon, you unlock the End Gateway, which is the typical way that players can make their way to the End Islands and eventually find the End Cities. However, according to the viral image, I don't need the End Gateway at all. I should just be able to fly into the meaningless black abyss and eventually reach that inner ring. To test this normally, it could take literally days of flying. So I'll be honest, I've installed a mod just to make it a bit easier, increasing my flight speed by like times 100. So I'm zooming away and yep, there's nothing out here. I think we can say this is very fake. I am just in pitch black. Okay. These look like the End Islands. The chorus fruit is here. Could this actually be real? Someone could have just figured this out and then created that image in Photoshop. There's no way to tell, is this actually a ring? Like, it looks like a straight line. It doesn't look like it's curving at all. Not to mention, how would you actually know if more rings appeared? This could just be one singular ring. If it is real and it's not fake, we should be able to just keep flying in this direction and eventually we'll reach that second gap seen in the photo. So I held W on my keyboard for hours until finally I reached the first ring. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why isn't it rendering? Yo, am I still recording? I am. Guys, are you seeing this right now? This is the end of the end. Or is it just the end of that first ring? I made it, but how do we even know this is a ring? It looks like a completely flat surface. Wait, not entirely. Look at that. It's going in by a certain amount of blocks and then it's completely flat. Again, it goes in and again, goes flat. This is kind of, no, that is definitely in about 8 blocks again, which could be a curve? You can't really tell for sure unless you could see all of it, but I am on maximum render distance right now. There's no way to prove if this is actually a ring. Unless we could somehow like uncap the render distance. The only way you do that is with mods. I saw a TikTok about this mod called Distant Horizons, and as you can see, it lets you see super far, like as far as the game will physically render. So maybe now I might be able to see the rings. Holy dude, we can see so far. My PC right now is going. Hold up, is that it? It won't render any further? Are you kidding me? Maybe if we fly to the very end of this section, we can at least confirm if it's a curve. Wait, look at that. Zoom into that. That's a curve. That is an undeniable curve. You literally cannot deny that's not curving. Maybe it really is a ring. If we're comparing it with the original image, there are multiple rings. So which means I should just be able to keep flying into the darkness and eventually I'll reach another ring. I don't know, guys. This kind of sucks. I'm literally just looking in black. I don't know if I'm even going the right direction. If only I could see these rings from another perspective, like top down, like almost like the photo. Wait a minute. I think I have the perfect app for that. Oh, check this out, guys. I mean, normally this software is used to test out seeds, and it's really good for that because you can see literally everything in whichever seed you type in. You can search for biomes, you can search for structures. Boom. It will tell me right there is a mine shaft, right? And I can zoom out and you can see all the different mine shafts, all the strongholds, all the spawners. You can literally search for anything you could possibly want in a Minecraft seed so that you don't manually have to go exploring. It's super easy. So if I go to the Nether, I mean, it looks really lame, but what about the end? That's what we care about. If I select the end, okay, it looks like a bunch of different islands. I've never even noticed the islands low-key look like fungus. But what if I zoom out of that fungus? Wait. There's no rings. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait, that's a ring. Wait, what? There's a ring there. That must be where the center island is, but other than that, there's no more rings. It's fake. I keep zooming out, and where are the rings? They're non-existent. What if I stretch it out? Guys, it's just end islands for days. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my... Dude, are you seeing this? The viral image, it's real. This is a real view of the seed. I'm sorry for calling that YouTuber fake. He was real. He's onto something. We just created the next viral image. Look at how many rings there are. It goes all the way out to, is that like 17 million blocks away? It's real, but if it's real, why? Why? How? Minecraft is made of cubes and blocks and squares. Why would it be generating in circles? What is it hiding? After investigating how end rings are created, it turns out they are way more complicated than they look. The rings are actually the result of Minecraft trying to process data that's too big for it to handle. This creates something called an NaN value, short for not a number, which completely breaks world generation. So, the real question is, why haven't they been fixed? And why don't the end islands change at all, like normal world generation does? There must be something that we just don't know or understand about these rings. Maybe it could be connected to how rings in space are made in real life. After all, planets like Saturn have rings, but that's all because of something called gravity. Gravity always has a center point. This is my very cute model of Earth. Don't come at me, all right, guys? I am not God. I am not a creator. This is the best I can do for Earth. The center point for it is in the middle. Its core is right here. There's a giant block of magma, and because it's so mass heavy, I think everything just gets drawn towards it. It's what stops us from falling off the planet if you, like, walk to the side, right? And because everything's rotating and orbiting the sun, when pieces of rock get close to this center point of gravity, which for our galaxy is the sun, they get torn apart. And over time, the rocks will combine and form rings around the planet. But then where's the end's center point of gravity? These are what the end rings look like. By real world logic, it would have to be like here, right? It would have to be this island, but how could such a small little island have enough mass-heavy power to pull all of these rings together? The only difference about this island is the Ender Dragon. I think we've been looking at this all wrong, guys. The island in the center is not the center of gravity. No. The Ender Dragon is the center of this galaxy. This dragon is holding the entire end dimension together, pulling everything towards it. But that's not possible. The dragon is also small, but if we kill the dragon, then in theory, the gravity will stop. And sure, it might be really slow, but killing him should cause all gravity to stabilize and these things to start falling apart or crashing down into each other, right? They'll stop orbiting and everything will just get sucked into a black abyss. I guess there's only one way to find out. I'm sorry, Mr. Dragon. If you are the one literally holding all of Minecraft together, I will probably regret this. But people have killed the Ender Dragon for ages. How has nobody noticed this before? Like I said, nothing's gonna happen immediately, is it? He dies. The end gateway appears, but that's it. Even with distant horizons, we can see there is no change. The only way to really test this is if we get up nice and high and I guess take a screenshot. We kind of want the center island in and some of the distance. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the entire ring. That should be good enough. All right, we'll hide the hotbar. What we can do is we'll just leave this to the end of the video. You guys need to stick around to the end of the video because I need your help analyzing this screenshot that I just took, all right? We're going to compare it to the end of this video and we'll see if anything has changed at all. Even if just one block moves, we'll know that this theory is true. Meanwhile, are ghasts actually the creators of all life? How would that even be possible? And why would you believe that this is God? It's just so stupid. Except the last time I said something was stupid was about the end rings, and I turned out to be completely wrong. But these guys are just one of so many different mobs in Minecraft. What makes these white marshmallows so special? First off, they aren't even the only mob in the Nether. You got Striders and tons of other ones, so cross that off the list. The ghast can fly, but so can many other mobs. Oh, the fireballs, of course. They can shoot them, but that's not unique either. So can other mobs. How can a mob that is basically the same as everyone else create all life? Right? It just doesn't make any sense. It's not that unique. It's not that unique. Except for its drops. It drops a ghast tier. No other mob drops ghast tiers. So if this theory is to be true, how would this one item create all of life? Maybe it's just as simple as a crafting recipe with our ghast tier. To be honest, I never even think about these items except for crafting potions. So we'll get a couple of potion things, I suppose. What can you even craft with the ghast tier? I guess we could use the crafting book. That might be able to help us. Wait, end crystals? These magical miracle items that I thought were magic keep the Ender Dragon alive. They give life, but it's not magic. It's a ghast tier. Hold up. That just reminded me. You put in an awkward splash potion, chuck in a ghast tier, and that's how you make regeneration potions. You know, the potions that literally create life. Well, they increase your heart, so I guess that's not entirely there. Combine your regeneration potion with Dragon's Breath, you can create a lingering version. Whether you're an entity or a mob, if you take damage, you will instantly get healed just by being in its radius. I mean, look at me now. My hearts are going up. Does that count as creating life? I'm not sure. It's almost there. Maybe there's another crafting recipe. Oh my gosh, how could I forget the newest update? Dried ghasts. That is life, right? I mean, that's technically life. We are creating life out of the ghast tier. That's literally what's happening. That is alive. The only issue is that's not all mobs. It's just its own species. If this theory was true, you should be able to craft, like, I don't know, spawn eggs for every mob using ghast tiers. But you can only create the ghastling. Unless the ghastling is somehow connected to all other life. Maybe the ghasling's functionality can tell us something. I don't know if this is connected to the theory or not, or if it's a totally different theory, but what I wanted to actually show you is ghaslings are actually the only mob in the game to heal natively. What does that mean? I know it's a bunch of big words, but while I was searching for mods to fly faster, I also found this sick mod that lets you see the health of every mob. I thought it would be useless, but now that I'm filming this video, it's actually super useful because other mobs, you can damage them all you like. They will never heal. Ghaslings, though, any moment now, unless I've been lied to. Did Google lie to me? Oh my gosh, did you see that? It went up. It went up. Okay, it only went up a tiny bit, but the point is, it went up. Peppa Pig, she ain't got no more bacon. But our Ghastling, slowly, but still regenerating. Just like the end crystals. Just like the regeneration potions. All because of these ghast tiers. Look, it went up again. Ghasts, they also follow the nearest mob. If you spawn down a mob and you go flying off, and there it goes, following the pig. It's like they're suddenly best friends. It doesn't matter what mob it is. I mean, if I'm the closest thing to it, it will start flying towards me. You just gotta wait a couple of seconds and here it comes. But that would imply it's created everything. No, this is stupid. How would it create everything? It is so hugely different. I mean, think about it. It flies, it's on land. You're telling me it created a creature that swims. Wait. Okay, I know it's not a full gasling right now, but just look at the tentacles. That's the same texture, it's just a different size. It's exactly the same. Oh my gosh, they have the same tentacles. I mean, that was just a bad pick unless the gaslings can like evolve into different creatures, not just happy gas. It's like a reshaped gas. Think about the blaze. What if the gas fireball gave the blaze its fire? And being even less specific, what if the reason why allays can fly comes from gas flight? What if gas granted everything? We were saying before that because it was so similar to all the mobs that made this false, but actually, if it has every feature of every other mob in it, then it could be in fact the source. Or maybe there's some other visual thing we can see. I mean, that's the gas. What about there? All right. Anything visual? He's got these little gills? Wait, what if we go inside the gills? No, wait, dude. When you go inside a big ghast, they are completely transparent. They're white. Yet a ghastling is still red. It has flesh. Flesh that could form into anything. The same color as a pig. The same color even as the Strider. He has everything required to create every single mob, in theory. But now that we know that there's all these similarities and it's possible and the ghast tier can heal life, maybe we need to look back at the ghast tiers. We've looked at the ghastling and that's helped, but it still all comes back to this one item. Y'all, I am so stuck. I've been watching YouTube conspiracy theories, researching online. I've even just sat here spinning the ghast tier around, hoping that at some point it will reveal something to me upside down. I don't know, I'm just, maybe if I like, I don't know, warp it. Evidently, as you can see from this, I have not made it very far. Maybe this will just get something in my brain. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Dude, I don't know why I didn't think of this in the last couple of hours, but Minecraft souls, you know the particles that come out of like the warden and the soul sand block? This thing. Let's bring that in. Will that let me? Yes, perfect. Okay, but we need to get rid of that black outside. Color range, select that. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's pretty close. And if we rotate that around, look at that. Dude, the tiers and the souls are connected. Souls give life to everything. Are souls actually just ghast tiers? Chat, let me cook. I am aura farming right now. This is the Soul Sand Valley. For years, people have said that this is a graveyard. I mean, it's kind of obvious because of all the fossils here, right? Ghasts almost always spawn in these Soul Sand Valleys. I mean, I feel like I just saw one earlier before guys flying through here. What if those ghasts have been crying, right? Ghast tears, and turns the soul soil into soul sand, where those souls are trapped. When you walk on the soul sand using boots that have soul speed, we can enchant these right here, right now, guys. It will create those particles. Standing on those souls, release them into the world. The souls are being cried into the Soul Sand Valley, which is then in turn creating life for everything. This could be how every Minecraft mob was created. But guys, I've made this theory far enough. I need you guys in the comments to help me finish this. We know that mobs like Skeleton and Enderman, these are the only other two mobs that spawn in the Soul Sand Valley. Okay, not the skeleton horse. The Skeleton and the Enderman are the only other two mobs that spawn in this biome, and they are both in the overworld, so there has to be a way that they're getting transported. The Enderman teleports. What if the Enderman's teleporting souls? I'm not 100% sure, but we are so close. I need you guys to finish this theory for me. Can you do that? I'm trusting in you. And if that blew your mind, what if I told you that the sun is getting closer with every passing moment? How would we know? What would we look for? Well, in real life at least, if the sun was getting bigger, the only way that that would be possible is if the superheated magma core started shrinking in on itself, creating a super gravitational mass. It would create so much pressure and force that you'd begin to see the outer rim of our sun expand. This would happen over a really, really long time. But as it did, it would get closer to us here on our planet Earth, where we're living on these nice little green parts of the planet. The only issue is
they're not going to be around for much longer. Because as the sun gets just a little bit closer, first what we would see is the water, poof, 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 evaporated. Then, as the sun gets closer again, you know what happens next? Those lovely plants, the green things that we eat that give us life, poof, gone. Until the entire Earth is just a giant rock in space that the sun is getting so close to that if you opened your eyes, you would become instantly blind. And then we turn into a flaming rock. These are how we would know that the sun was getting closer to us. We'd be turning into an actual real-life experiment. But how do we know that for sure without testing it? If only we could test with real-life fire. Actually, we can, and we have, on my brand new real-life channel, Make Waves, where the first video, we did a bunch of science experiments that you guys can do at home, including this one right here. So if you haven't already, make sure you go subscribe to that if you love my videos. Me and my friend Ethan are doing a ton of different challenges, but I got distracted by the promo, guys. The point is, if the science is real, then we should be seeing signs of this, signs of that, in our Minecraft world. But are we?
This theory already feels like a bust. Everything we just said isn't happening. Other than the lava pools on the surface, that would only appear if the sun was getting closer, but it should be the very last step. The first thing is water, and yet it hasn't dried up. In fact, over the years with new updates, it's actually become more detailed, more expanded. We started getting sea life, glow squids, even coral reefs. It's the opposite of what should be happening. The plants, there's just a lot of flowers. I mean, when I first started playing, they only had one flower, the red flower called the rose. I mean, since then it's been removed. There's no longer any rose, but it got replaced by a rose bush. There's got like 20 of them. There are so many more new flowers in the game, not to mention with lush caves, things growing underground. Could be because the surface is heating up, so they're moving underground where it's cool. That's possible, but too much of a stretch. I think we need to look elsewhere for evidence. I can't believe I missed this, all because I was playing on the wrong version. I should have been on Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Most people play on like a phone or a console and they use Minecraft Bedrock Edition. That's why it always gets all the cool updates. And one of those updates was here in the video settings, a new graphics mode called Vibrant Visuals. It basically makes the game look sick. It's Sigma, but with extra aura, adding new effects so that it's pretty much super realistic, almost like real life. And I heard that they even changed the sun. So maybe the sun got bigger here, or we can begin to see the effects of the sun getting closer taking place. After all, it's a newer update. Holy, it's so realistic. I can't believe this is on Bedrock. Guys, you have this? Do you guys play with vibrant visuals? Let me know in the comments below. Is Bedrock better than Java? I want you guys to tell me because this is beautiful. Look, it even has like, why is it telling me how to play Minecraft? Guys, I've been playing Minecraft for 13 years. You don't need to tell me how to go down, all right? I'm shifting, Alex. But if the sun was getting closer and holy, it is bright. The first place that would get hotter is in the desert. What happens if we go to the desert? Is there anything different? Wait, did you guys just see that? I'm in a regular biome, blue. But when I go into the desert, it is so hot that the sky even turns yellow. Everything gets this massive yellowish tint on it. It's super heated, as if, I mean, it does look slightly bigger, but this is still like literally the only bit of evidence we have. If it was true and the effects had started, this water in the desert shouldn't be here. Even if it has gotten bigger, it's only because I'm playing on one version of the game. If Java Edition doesn't have this, does it really count? I feel like everything is pointing to this sun theory being fake. I'm having second thoughts. Let me know what you think. Now back to those mysterious end rings. Could the Ender Dragon really be the center of their gravity? This is it, the moment of truth. Here is our screenshot, taken probably about 24 hours ago when I started filming this video. And here is my Minecraft that's been left open for this entire time. Do we see any differences? It's really hard to know for sure. I mean, everything is so far away. The islands are almost entirely in the same place. I don't know, I can't tell. I should have taken more zoomed in photos and like used AI to analyze them or something, guys. I mean, only one block has to move, right? I don't know. No. Guys, do you see that right now? Are you guys seeing this right now? I need to get closer. That singular block, this has to be a glitch. Is it something to do with the mod, maybe? Because I installed mods, it's broken the world, but I didn't even touch the world. Look at that block, it's not connected. Look at this screenshot. Right there, this is as far as it lets me zoom in, but you can see that is connected. A block moved. Either the end dragon is the center of gravity or potentially this thing is the center of gravity. It could be either. Which is it? What if I left it open for months? Maybe even years? What would happen to the rest of the end as we know and love it? Should I actually try doing this experiment for this theory? Guys, let me know. Click on one of these next videos to let me know if you want me to do a follow-up to this and show how much the end has changed, all because I killed the Ender Dragon, the center of gravity. Thank you to all of these guys for making today's video possible. You're my new favorite EY Mega fans. If you want a shout out, just click the join button below this video, scroll down and click EY Mega Fan.